I had several folks over for board games this afternoon, and I don't particularly feel like setting my green screen back up, so I'm afraid you'll have to do without seeing my face this evening. But it is time for more RPGaDay 2018, and today is August 11th, which means the topic is, what is your wildest character name? And unfortunately for this one, I'm not going to have too great of an answer, because I normally keep my character names pretty serious. I really suck at deciding on what to name characters, but I normally keep fairly thematic and serious names for my characters. I can only think of a single one shot in 4th edition where I just wrote down a joke name, and that was a dwarven shaman named Chuck Steak, and his spirit animal was a bear named Harold. Um, I do know that in one of my Pathfinder games, I was playing a character who was a twin with one of the other player characters, and every time we introduced ourselves to somebody new, we used a new set of rhyming names. So every single time we met a new person or a new quest giver or NPC, we the first one of us to introduce themselves would say one name, and then the other one would have to quickly come up with a name that rhymed with that name. And it was pretty funny for a set of identical twins. Um, but in closing, I don't really do too many of the pun names or the crazy names. It's not that I dislike it. I actually have a pretty, I guess it's not funny. It's an interesting. We'll go with interesting named character in the Star Wars game that I'll be GMing starting this coming Thursday, and he's playing Chandrafan, which is one of the little bat species in Star Wars, and he's a bounty hunter gadgeteer who builds a whole bunch of explosives and plays with bombs and things. And his backstory is that he's been around too many inadvertent explosions and has lost his hearing to some degree and is now tone deaf. So he is not able to properly emulate the noises that the species he's playing uses to state their name. So he can no longer say his own name in his native tongue. So he just doesn't use a name, and then his wife is playing a sidekick character that's always running around with him. I guess he's technically her sidekick. And every time she introduces the pair of them, she just comes up with a new name for the little guy. It's always some joke nickname. So I think he's starting out as, oh yeah, this guy over here, that's Sasquatch. Um, so that's my answer for day number 11. I normally keep stuff pretty serious and pretty thematic for either the race I'm playing, the species I'm playing, or the world I'm playing in, because I'm just kind of lame like that.